Hello and welcome to 360 Sports on the 30th day of the month of May. It's another beautiful Tuesday morning in the city of Abuja, and congratulations to Nigeria for having a new president, a man who we hope will come and bring the light into our sporting world. I am Emmanuel Fashemi, and we've got a lot of juicy stories for you on the program 360 Sports this morning. I have a guest in the house, but before then, the first story we have for you is the scorecard, where Buhari leads Nigeria to winning 254 medals under Buhari's administration. He led Nigeria to win 95 gold, 71 silver, 88 bronze medals, in total 274. And his first assignment as a minister was when he led Nigeria to win 127 medals at the 2019 All-African Games in Morocco. Nigeria finished second on the law with 46 gold, 33 silver, and 48 bronze. I have Mr. Peters Olawale joining me on the show this morning. Minister Sunday, Honorable Sunday Dare, actually, let me say, bar out of office in a very big and fashionable style. But looking at the whole scenario, has Dare actually done well for our sport?
Okay, good morning, Mr. Emmanuel, and thanks so much for having me once again. Okay, I think Dare has performed very well on the ex-minister. He has done himself proud. He has done what he could achieve during his regime as the sports minister. We've seen a lot of record breaking. We have that of Toby Amusan, who broke the record of World Athletics, 12.12, and also the controversial 12.06 wind assisted also. Then we saw also during the Commonwealth game also, which we won 35 medals, which happens to be the first or the best
ever outing
we've ever had in the history of the Commonwealth Games also. Then also the Super Eagles also, we shouldn't forget that before it came on board, we didn't qualify to defend our title that we won in 2013.
Yes, of course.
Or by not qualifying in 2015 and 2017. But in 2019, his first appearance or his first assignment
as a minister,
and we won bronze medal in Egypt. So as far as I'm concerned, I think he has done a lot, but a lot is still expected. Now, he's an ex-minister. I'm very sure if he should appraise himself, it will be seeing where he thinks he needs to have improved on. And there's something we've been saying on our sports channels here. We should look at sport as business. That's an aspect that I think the new administration that was sworn in yesterday should look into critically as a means of bringing revenue into the country, providing employment to the millions of youth we have in this country. We shouldn't see sport as a recreation activities alone. We should also look at how can it benefit us economically. So I think Dare has done very, very well. Most of his, some of his strategy and adopt the pitch, adopt an athlete. It really worked also. And the way he also try and make sure that the welfareism of the athletes, their coaches, is priority also. I think it's a very, very laudable achievement. We don't know who's coming in again as the next sports minister. But whoever, I think Dare has already set the bar very high for whoever is coming in to look into that. And there's one thing that he's doing that I really like so much. He didn't concentrate more on football like we used to have.
I think he spread across all other sports, as in bringing new innovations into other sports. And bringing me to what you said. Now, in the inaugural speech of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, there was no place, because I followed it word to word. There was no place he mentioned sports. Where are we heading to?
Okay, honestly, I've read a lot of comments from sports-loving Nigerians that he didn't make mention of anything about sport or whatever. But let me tell you this, for real, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a Manchester United fan.
Okay.
He loves sports, seriously. And so if he didn't mention it in his inaugural speech, it's not everything that will be done in his administration that will be mentioned during the inaugural speech. It's just like a summary, a brief, or a roadmap of what he's going to do. Definitely, I know sport will take a center stage in his policy as time they start unfolding it in weeks or months to come. So I don't think we have anything to worry about. And I'm very sure the Manchester United fans outside there, they'll be jubilating now that they have the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, who is the Manchester United fan.
Okay, we just hope and pray that President Ahmed Bola Tinubu pay attention to sport and see how, because sports is a unifying factor, and that alone can bring a lot of revenue to the country. Engage the youth, because they say the devil's mind, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. But with sports, we can unite ourselves. We can have every other thing in place. I would just pray and hope President Ahmed Bola Tinubu brings in a minister that can surpass what Honorable Sunday Dare has done in the world of sports. And moving away from that story, also we are still staying with the national honors and appraisers. This time around, we move straight to where President Buhari has conferred fourth national honor on Victor Osimhen. The only one and only Victor Osimhen confers the fourth national honor as a member of the Order of Niger.
Yeah, and I think an honor well deserved. And honestly, if you look at Osimhen's commitment and dedication to Nigerian duty, it deserves to be given the award. He deserved the honor, and it's not something that he started today. And if you look at his history, and when he played for Nigeria under 17, he broke the record also by scoring 11 goals in 7 matches
in that tournament.
Also, and he won the Golden Boot and also the Silver Ball, something that we've never had before. He joined the Super Eagles in the year 2017, and to date, he has scored 15 goals in 23 appearances. That shows that he's currently now on the ninth highest goal scorer for the Super Eagles, and he's just 24 years old. So that means he have age. A lot of years ahead of him. So what we are saying here is not only the entrepreneur, it's not only the governors, the senators, or other people that can win this award. Even if you are doing something spectacular to bring what would I call it, success
honor to the
country and what have you, you can also be recognized, and that is what he got. I think well deserved. I'll continue saying this. And I watched Nigerian Ghana match at
the World Cup qualifier.
Yes, it will take a lot of years to
that memory.
I don't really. I saw the way Osimhen was shouting and charging his teammates and even the coach. It was more like more like a captain and the coach at the same time. So you can see his zeal everywhere. When we played the first leg in Ghana, he wasn't feeling fine.
Yeah, you're due to injury.
But he wanted to play. So it's like he sees it as a pride to play for his fatherland, because he won't be where he is today if he is not in Nigeria. So I think other people also, they should try as much as possible to take a clue from what Osimhen is doing. I think honor well deserved.
Honor well deserved. Victor Osimhen, congratulations. And right now, we are just praying he was going to win the Golden Boot in the Italian Serie A, and that is where we are going after bagging 2 goals over the weekend against Bologna, where they play a 2-2 draw. Victor Osimhen, congratulations to you. Honor well deserved. Moving away from that story, let's head straight to Europe, where another Nigerian is actually doing well. In person of Taiwo Awoniyi, they were in the same age grade there, I beg your pardon, who plays for Nottingham Forest. After helping his team, Nottingham Forest, to stay in the English Premier League, they were at the verge, at the brink of going on relegation. But because of the goals of this young man, Taiwo Awoniyi, Nottingham Forest has been able to stay in English Premier League, and the coach of that team, Steve Cooper, has actually come out to heap praises on Taiwo Awoniyi. This is a very quiet and young striker. You see this man do his business on the pitch of play, but he doesn't talk much.
Yeah, and that's why they say that actions speak louder than voice. He doesn't need to go out there to be making a noise. And this is a very good player. And right from when he joined the Premier League this season, he has played 27 matches, he scored 10 goals, and he made 1 assist. Now, let's look at the 10 goals that he scored. The last 3 goals that he scored that had Nottingham City 6 points. If they didn't get that 6 points from the position they finished in the Premier League, probably they will not be in the league again
at all.
They will
join Leicester City and Leeds
United and Southampton or what have you. So that shows that he really helped them a lot, and a striker of his own caliber.
Wow.
Scoring 10 goals in Premier League. I don't want us to talk about the likes of the Havertz of Chelsea. With the amount of money they are paying him, how many goals did they score in Premier League this season? And this is Taiwo Adeniyi, who is not known by many in the world of football, scoring 10 goals, playing for Nottingham Forest, because all the goal he scored is not a goal that is sitting in the box 18.
At all, very vital, most especially that goal against Chelsea, because it took me by surprise in between 2 defenders and the goalkeeper. And seriously speaking, outside Chelsea, like you mentioned, the last 3 matches, he got the crucial, as in at the crucial moment, especially against the game against Arsenal, because that was the game everybody thought, okay, if they lost that game, they wouldn't have been staying in the English Premier League. And this man, let's even leave Chelsea game, because after Chelsea game, they still have they have Arsenal to play. Because if they had lost that game against Chelsea and lost against Arsenal, it would have been the worst of it all. But Arsenal game, that was the crucial game, and this man rose up to the occasion. And for Taiwo Adeniyi, 3 months out injured, came back scoring 10 good goals. Now, if you want to look at it side by side, this man has not actually had his time with the Super Eagles. No. What is really going on?
Okay, and I think what we need right now is we need a coach that have a strategy to propel the Super Eagles that we have back to the world stage.
Okay.
Now, if you ask me that, do we have the players that have the individual skills, talent? Absolutely. You can't have someone like Taiwo Adeniyi. You can have someone like Victor Osimhen up there as your striker, and you are complaining that when you play, you hardly score. That means something is wrong technically with the coach. That's the truth. If you're talking about the midfielder also, we have more than enough.
Even in our league.
In our whole league, we have it. So I think the issue, the truth is, when it comes to football selection, there's politics. Take it or leave it. Probably.
This is Nigeria.
This is Nigeria for you. Everything happen, because I see no reason why we cannot have the likes of Awoniyi having his day
in the Super Eagles,
because he's strong, he's tall, and that is what we need. We have someone like him, and we have someone like Victor Osimhen. Look at the strength of these 2 people together. And like you rightly said, if you look at the goal he scored against Chelsea.
Not even Chelsea. Look at that Arsenal match.
That is a goal that if you are not a strong attacker, you cannot get it. So he got it. That shows that he knows what he's doing. He has what it takes. I hope we're going to get it right by having, because as far as I'm concerned, sincerely speaking, we don't have a coach right now for the Super Eagles. What we have
a secondary school teacher.
Even if the secondary school teacher is better. I remember my secondary school PhD teacher. When I was there, Mr. Bankole, is far better than what we have now as a Super Eagles coach. If we get it right from the coaching aspect, I think Super Eagles should be fed by anything that wants to play us. But right now, no respect. Anybody that wants to play Super Eagles,
just have a free day.
They have a free day, and they will get what they are looking out for. I think we're going to get it right very soon.
We're going to get it right very soon. For Taiwo Adeniyi, big one. For the coach to actually recognize his exploit, especially the goal he scored against Arsenal. He actually got them 3 back-to-back in 3 matches, scoring goals that helped Nottingham Forest to stay in the league. And let's quickly move away from that story and head straight to France, where another player, he's of an African descent, even though he's playing for the French national team, that is Kylian Mbappe, wins 2022-2023 League One Player of the Year award. Kylian Mbappe scooping this award again. Is he the only one in PSG?
Okay, and I love the adverb again. because this is going to be the 4th consecutive time that Mbappe will be winning the same award. That shows that it is not competitive. The league is not competitive, as far as I'm concerned, because you can't have a player winning it year in, year out, without anybody competing.
Challenging him for that.
Can you have that in Premier League?
No.
Can you have that in La Liga?
No.
Can you have that in
even German Bundesliga? No.
You can't have it. You can only have it in the Farmers League, as we call it in France. Sincerely, Mbappe is an incredible player, a very good talent, but he needs to live where he is currently now to prove to the world that he really has what it takes to contest among the best in the world. As far as I'm concerned, I'll pick Haaland ahead of Mbappe. Why? He was in Germany before. We saw what he did.
Okay.
Look at him right now in England. He did the same thing. He broke the record also for the most
36 goals in his first season.
So that shows that he is a player that can match any weather. But we don't have that when it comes to Mbappe. 4 times in a row, 2019, 2021.
Mbappe has won the World Cup. Erling Haaland has not won the World Cup. Back-to-back finalists.
Okay, and he won the World Cup because he has the team around him. You can't have the team that in France they had 4 years ago and you not be proud of what they achieved. That's the truth. Unfortunately, Erling Haaland happens to be the only star in his own team from his own country.
That is no way.
That is no way. So I think we cannot make that justification that because of that, Erling Haaland is not a player to reckon with. He is the player to reckon with.
Okay, he's a player to reckon with for Kylian Mbappe. Congratulations. He's an African descent, even though he plays for the French national team. We know you as an African. Well done. Keep doing the job. I'm happy when an African is breaking record out there. Let's move away from that story and head straight to Italy, where Spalletti, the coach of Napoli, has confirmed his exit from Napoli after winning the Scudetto. After 36 years, now this man wants to leave Victor Osimhen and Napoli. Though there are, let me say, also transfer is hanging around Victor Osimhen. But for Spalletti leaving Napoli, would that be the best decision for this man?
Well, I don't know the reason why he said he wants to take a break for the next 12 months, for the next 1 year. Not that he's going to another club or he got over from somewhere else. You see, if you had not been at that touchline before,
you will not know what is going on. You don't know
the pressure and what is going on. When a coach will just suddenly tell you that, come on, I need a break, probably mentally,
there's an issue.
There's an issue that he needs to really regain himself.
But before you go on, Mr. Peters, there was a rumor that he's not on good terms with the owner of Napoli.
Okay, and it will not be far from true because I was surprised when I read the statement from the chairman of Napoli.
Okay.
Not even saying there's need for him to, he said, oh, I agree with him that he needs to take, so probably there is off the scene situation that we are not privy to. But to me, I think he has achieved something.
Okay.
He has won them a league that he last won in 1990. So that is an achievement on its own. That's number one. Then number two, he took them to the quarterfinal of the UEFA Champions League. That's an achievement. And when do you leave a stage? When the ovation is loud. So I think it's a good one for him. And he has only 1 year contract left with him. What will happen to him next year? And there's one thing about Italian Serie A. Most of the owners, they don't release money out there for the coaches to buy players the way they want. They only look for cheap, the one that is very, very cheap, like you call it in Nigerian yes. Those that are very cheap, they look for them and they buy. It's not the only one that is having issue. Even Jose Mourinho also is having serious issue with the Roman hierarchy because they're not releasing the fund to enable him to go in line with the project that he has in mind. I think it's the best time for him to leave.
The best time for him to leave Spalletti, you can hear that. The best time for you to leave is now. But what will happen to Victor Osimhen? Probably if you leave, Victor Osimhen might also leave and head straight to, we don't know the destination yet. Okay, let's move away from Italy and come back to England, where Erik ten Hag is confident he can persuade Mason Mount to join Manchester United. Mason Mount to join Manchester United, and Erik ten Hag said he has all the sweet words to actually tell this man the programs and what have you to join Manchester United.
Okay, and apart from the sweet words and then what have you, I think Mason Mount he has already made up his mind to leave Chelsea. That's the truth. And it's not happy with the Chelsea hierarchy currently now. And I believe Manchester United, they have more future next season than Chelsea. That's the truth. Before Chelsea can really get themselves back, I'm sure Adeniyi will be surprised hearing this coming from him.
I'm surprised because I said it on this show. I am one of the person that is supporting Chelsea for next season, because if you look at the squad they have now, they have very, very young player. I said it on this show that watch out for Chelsea come next season. And if Pochettino can actually get it right with those players, Chelsea is going to be one of the most dreaded teams in fact, in the whole of Europe come next season. Okay,
and probably we'll keep this record till that next season. Okay. One, Pochettino is an average coach. What Chelsea need, they need a coach that has won it, that have that winning mentality. When you're talking about trophy, then the team that they have currently now, they are what they call team in transition. It will take them the next 2 or 3 years to blend together. Look at the Arsenal team that we have currently now. They were a team in transition about 3 years ago. And look at what they did this season. And watch out for them next season. How will go for Arsenal for next season than going for Chelsea next season. Chelsea will be a team in transition for next season. But Arsenal, they are already made. What they need now is to just expand their team to have about 2 or 3 more players to come in and support them. But Chelsea, they have a long way to go.
Okay, I think I will take you on that. I will be going for Chelsea while you will be going for Arsenal. Okay, before we go on the show this morning, let's head back to straight to France, where PSG are ready to make a shock move for Arsenal's midfielder Martin Odegaard. This is a man that was not actually given a chance at Real Madrid. He found his way to Arsenal, Arsenal captain. He settled down quickly, and he is very instrumental to Arsenal's progress this season. PSG are ready to just take this man away from Arsenal. Should Arsenal allow Odegaard to go to France?
Okay, if it was Arsenal of the likes of the days of Arsene Wenger, I would say probably it will sell him, because he's an economist. What you look out for is money. Once they get the money, we'll let him go. But the Arsenal teams that we have currently right now, with their coach and the management, I think they are looking more than the money this time around. And Odegaard has been the one of the most how will I put this right?
Improved player, better player that has brought that step.
He has been one of the engine room
for Arsenal.
For Arsenal, whatever they achieve today, you can't rule out what he has done on and off the pitch at that young age and being a captain of that team. I think what PSG they are doing now is what they call window shopping before the retransfer started, and I don't think Arsenal will let Odegaard leave for now.
Okay, you don't think Arsenal will let Odegaard to leave? And that is the size of the show this morning. Mr. Olawale Peters, thanks for coming on the show.
It's my pleasure being here, Emmanuel. And the way you are hammering the goal that Awoni scored against Arsenal, I hope when Adeniyi comes back, it will not be a battle between both of you.
No, it will not be a battle, because actually he's a Nigerian, and that was a very beautiful goal. Thank you. I am Emmanuel Fashimi.